Hey, you guys. I'm back with another video, you guys. So listen, today's topic, we're talking all about how to get rid of body odor. So if usually this channel is all about self-care, hygiene, motivation, and a little bit of entrepreneurship, but I've been getting a lot of emails, you guys. So y'all know I love inspiring you guys. I love giving you tips, especially if I had to learn it the hard way. So tonight I'm gonna be, it may be a little too much TMI, but I want to make sure you guys understand that there is hope, there is light at the end of the tunnel, because I think at some stage in your life, I think we all have struggled um with the body odor. So, like I said, it's nothing to be ashamed of. When you find out what the problem is, you can handle it from there. So, like I said, if you have questions, like I said, I don't call out any names on this channel. If you have questions, I put a poll up on my Instagram. So if you want to head on over and ask me your questions, I will be answering them throughout the live tonight. But like I said, I don't call like this. I would not want my name broadcast all over to the world. So, but yeah, go ahead and do that. I have a poll on Instagram for you guys if you guys want to ask questions in pertaining to your situation. Like I said, I don't call out names because that's not what this channel is all about. We don't do no name calling on here. I keep things anonymous. So if you send a question, I will answer the question, but I will not be calling names. I just don't do that. I don't really feel right doing that. But anyway, I wrote these notes down today while I was at work. I always have the best ideas when I'm at work, you guys. But anyhow, drop me a comment below and let me know where you guys are streaming from, what city, state you are from, because we do have people from all over. But anyway, welcome. Tonight's going to be kind of a fun chit chat. I've been in the mood to do lives lately. I don't know why, because usually I don't really have the time to. But like I said, I will be doing these lives. I'm gonna try to do a live once a week. I did one yesterday. If you missed that one, it was to just, I guess, do something different. I don't know. But anyhow, we're going to go ahead and get started, because after this, I will be taking my bath and probably going to bed because I had to work. The first way for you to get rid of body odor is to drink lots of water. And if you don't like drinking just bare water, you can add like lemon. You can add fruits in there, whatever you need to do to get as much water in your body as possible. Try to put like fruits and lemon, and then the lemon kind of helps detoxify your body as well. So if you add a couple of slices of lemon in there, before long you've been a drunk, because I try to drink at least 3 of these a day. I like cold water, so I have to put my ice in here, but I try to drink as much water as I can. Now, do I hit the mark every day? Probably not. But I try to make sure I'm drinking a lot of water, because water helps to clean out your body, and it can help you have better bowel movements. Because I'm telling you, if you don't have a lot of water and you're dehydrated, your bowel movement is going to be hard. And that's just the honest God truth. Have been there a time or two, and it's not comfortable. But drink as much water as you can, you guys. And then tip number 2 is try to eat less fried food. I know that can be easier said than done, because when you don't feel like cooking, you want to go grab some. I know I do Uber Eats a lot, probably more than I need to, but stay away from a lot of fried and spicy foods. I know for me, I love my chicken wings. I love them really crispy. But if you can, just limit the amount of fried food and spicy foods. You try it for like a couple of weeks and see how that goes, because whatever you're eating spicy is going to come in your pores in your body and cause your body to, like, if you eat a lot of garlic, if you eating a lot of onions, if you leave a lot of hot sauce, stuff that's spicy, it's going to come out in yours. Especially that garlic. Garlic is good, but if you eat a lot of it, Hold on, you guys. All right. So, like I was saying, when you eating a lot of spicy foods, that can be some of the reason why you have body odor as well, because you're eating so much fried and spicy food. And like I said, you put a lot of fried and spicy food out, it's gonna come out through your pores, through your armpit, and all that kind of stuff. And honey, it is not a good scene. And then tip number three is, which I'm out of, but start buying some liquid chlorophyll. I'm gonna try to find a link after this video for you guys. You can find it at your local Whole Food stores or your health food stores. Liquid chlorophyll is good for a lot of stuff, and I usually don't drink it in my water because it's got kind of like a weird taste to it, but I put it in my smoothies, and now they got it where you can use the little dropper to put the liquid chlorophyll. It's like an internal body deodorizing or odorizing, kind of helps your internal body smell better. And so the more you take, and you can take this like once a day, you can put a teaspoon, a tablespoonful in your water if that's what you choose, or you put it in your smoothies. Just long as you get that liquid chlorophyll on the inside, it kind of helps to clean you out on the inside. And then, like I say too, eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. That can cut down on the smell, especially your lady part, because if you're eating, like I said, a bunch of fried foods, spicy foods, if you're not drinking enough water, your urine's gonna smell. And don't even mention if you're on your cycle, that's gonna cause even more funk, because if you're not getting proper nutrients or vitamins or veggies or stuff like that, then you're gonna have we all have a regular scent down there, but when you add to not properly eating the right types of food or not drinking enough water, it kind of adds to the smell, if that makes sense. So yeah, drink, make sure you go look at your Whole Food store and see if they have liquid chlorophyll, because I used to use it a lot back then, but like I say, every time I go in the store lately, I forget. I don't think about it until I'm like sitting down trying to do one of these videos or so. And then make sure you're exfoliating your body, your armpits. And I like to use, the back brushes that you use for shower. I like to take that and put some soap and scrub my armpit, because a lot of times the reason why you still have armpit odor is because your arm is not fully clean. And that's why it's good to exfoliate, so you can get all that old gunk and all that old deodorant. Because deodorant, if you're using the kind that's antiperspirant, and it has aluminum in it, if you use deodorant over time, it starts to cake up in those little crevices in your armpit. And then if not, and you study adding deodorant onto that, that's going to cause you to be musty as well. And like I said, it's a lot of stuff that goes into keeping your body clean and fresh. But if you're not cleaning your armpits properly, you could put deodorant on top of deodorant, and I promise you, it ain't going to be fresh. It's going to be musty. So just know that you got to exfoliate your armpits. And then too, for your shirts, those shirts that be kind of real tight up under your arm, like tank tops, t-shirts, stuff that fit after so long, I would say about 6 months to a year, throw it out. Because if you are still using those shirts, and the more deodorant get caked up under those little tank tops, you can wash it all day long, you guys, but it'll still have that smell. And the reason I say this is because when I was younger, I used to keep my t-shirts forever. It could have little deodorant stains up under and all, and I would just continue to wash it. But over the years, I found out the longer you keep a t-shirt, when you start seeing them little yellow stains or deodorant stains up, it's time to get rid of it, because you study trying to wash it. That stain is like caked up in there, and it's like engraved into the shirt now. So your best bet would just be to get rid of the whole shirt. And then too, if it's a shirt that more recent, try using like stain away or some vinegar and baking soda up under your armpits where you, if it's a tight knit shirt, and turn it on the wrong side and spray it with some vinegar and water and let it soak for a little while, kind of like pre-wash it. Because if you're not getting your armpit clean and you're not getting up under your arms and your shirt clean, that could be the reason why you are still having a little body odor. And that's just the honest God truth. Sometimes it's not that you're not taking a good enough bath. Sometimes your clothes cannot be clean and you're not using the right detergent. It could be a whole bunch of stuff. And then too, if you are cleaning your armpits good, maybe you need to switch your deodorant. I know for me as a young girl, this was one of my biggest mistakes. I used to think that the deodorant your parents buy you, that's the be all end all. That's the deodorant you got to use. And comment below if y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't know how old you guys are, but when I was younger, they used to have this deodorant called Arid Dry, and it was like in a little thing. It's like cream, like, and I would take it and spray it up under my arm. Child, about 2-3 hours later, I'd be good musty, and I used to couldn't figure out what the heck is going on. Why am I still smelling? But my body chemistry was too strong for that little Arid Dry, because I think it used to be like $1 something. So my mom would buy Arid Dry, she would buy Secret, she would buy Speed Stick. None of that mess worked for me. It kept me musty, and I didn't understand that you just got to keep using deodorants and trying deodorants out until you find one that works for your body chemistry, because everybody's body chemistry is different, and sometimes your body is stronger. So sometimes you may just have to check out and go into the men's section. I tell people all the time, sometimes I use men deodorant. And I'm not ashamed of that, because if that's going to keep me fresh, now I ain't saying go and get all that scented kind of men deodorant that smells like, men cologne and stuff. I'm talking about getting some deodorant that's unscented, but in the men's department. Because sometimes our deodorant just be too much fruitiness going on. It don't be really getting the scents clean. It just be, I don't know, it be smelling good, but it ain't making you smell good. You funky. Strong enough. So sometimes you may have to switch deodorants, and don't be afraid to try different deodorants out. Find the one that works for you. Don't allow yourself to feel bad because everybody else is using this deodorant and you use it and you get musty. Don't feel bad. Keep trying deodorants till you find out which one works for you. And then the next way to cut down on body oil is keep your hair trim, keep your hair low. I know for me, the older I've gotten, I don't like hair under my arms, and I don't like hair down there. If it's down there, it's going to be very minimal. It's not going to be that much because I sweat a lot, and it's going to be summertime. I don't like a lot of hair on me, period. And for down there, it's already mostly closed up, ladies. So keep your hair as low as possible. That'll cut down on the odor too. Now, if you find yourself that you got more of a real bad fishy smell down there, you may want to go see your gynecologist, because I'm not a gynecologist, but I'm just telling you the tips that have worked for me. Dry is a good one. I've used that too when I go on, like when I used to go on a lot of business trips and I had to speak, I would use that the night before. So dry, it's really good, but over they get used to it and immune to it. Sometimes it burns a little bit, but dry is really good. It's to soak up all that sweat that you use. Yeah, I've used it for years, but I don't use it that much no more because it started to make me irritated under my arm. I guess my armpit was getting too immune to it because, like I said, it stops you from sweating. So it's really good. Like if a night before you get ready to go on a trip or you got to speak or you got to do something, use that dry. And they have it in Walgreens and Walmart. It's a little bit pricey, but if you're going somewhere and you got to speak and you're going to be around a whole bunch of people, use that dry the night before and then wake up in the morning and take your shower. It will cut down on you sweating. So that's a good way, you guys, to eliminate some of your body sweat and all of that. And then in your baths, you guys, use baking soda and vinegar. I'm telling you, it cuts down on the odor. Y'all be laughing at me when I be talking about them old home remedies, but they work. I remember when I was young and I was going through puberty and I was having problem with my, body odor. And I had an old mother in church. She used to tell me, now this is funny, but it works. She used to tell me, get a white potato, cut it open, and scrub your armpit with the white potato. It cuts down on the odor. I know it sounds nasty, it sounds crazy, but it does. It cuts down on your body odor. And then too, sometimes you have to give your arm a break. Like if you one night you just want to relax, take some lemon or the white potato and scrub your armpit really good with that lemon. After you've cleaned yourself real thoroughly, scrub your arm, and then don't put no deodorant on. Just go to bed with that lemon scent up under your arm. Let your arm breathe a little bit, because sometimes your armpit, after so long, it gets so used to that deodorant that you're using. Sometimes you got to change your deodorant because your armpits will get used to it and it stopped working. Now, why that is, I still ain't figured that out. I guess over time, your body, just like anything else, it gets immune to the same thing. That's why sometimes you have to trade out stuff. You have to, switch out stuff. And like I said, yeah, it is okay to switch out your deodorants, your soaps. If you find something ain't working, it could be whether it's your detergent. Because I'll tell y'all a story. Y'all know I be having stories for y'all. I used to use Extra. Comment in the comment section and let me know if y'all know about the Extra with the X detergent. See, I'm a couponer. So back in the day, they used to be like buy one. It used to be 99 cents, and then they used to have $1 off coupon. So I stock up on Extra. Now that was my broke girl detergent for real. But how about that doggone Extra wouldn't get nobody's clothes clean? I kept washing my clothes, and then when I get them out the dryer, they be having this like musty scent, like old kind of scent. And I'd be like, what the hell is going on here? And so I figured it out, y'all. They say you figure out stuff when you learn the hard way. That doggone Extra wasn't getting my clothes clean. And I guess because when I was a little bit younger, I used to sweat a whole lot. Sometimes it can be your detergent that's not getting your clothes clean, and your body be clean, but you put these mildewy clothes on, then you get musty all over again because your clothes ain't properly clean. When I told y'all to soak your clothes, get you a bottle that's sprayed and put you half vinegar and half warm water. When you wash your clothes the next time, take your shirts that's up under your arms, turn them on the wrong side, and then spray your armpits and let it soak. Do a pre-wash with just that. And that way you get some of that vinegar is going to draw them stains and that odor out. I'm telling you, vinegar is good for a lot of stuff, you guys. And then too, once a week, when you take your warm baths, put you a cup full or two of vinegar in your bath water. And then some baking soda. That's going to draw that odor out. Because I'm telling you guys, I know what it's like to be suffering with body odor, because I did for a long time when I was younger and into my early adulthood, because I couldn't figure out what the problem was. Here I was taking 2-3 baths a day, showers a day, but I wasn't using the right deodorant. And then too, for me, I can't wear a lot of nylon silk shirts. They make me sweat. So if you know certain materials make you sweat a lot, don't wear them, because that's going to make you sweat more. And then you're going to be self-conscious. And I'm telling you, it's nothing like messing with your body odor. It makes your self-esteem low. It makes you self-conscious. I'm telling you, I used to do it all, you guys. If anybody came up to me and said anything about smelling, here I was ready to go take a shower. I was self-conscious. I was nervous because I didn't want. See, when you're younger, kids will treat you so. I'm telling you, I don't know how. With the kids now, they worse than when it was when I was a kid. But when I was a kid, I used to get teased a lot about my odor, and I would just cry because I knew I was taking baths. I knew my mom was giving me soap and stuff, but it's just I was using the wrong deodorant. But as a kid, I didn't know that. So kids would tease me, and I'm talking about, they would say some of the nastiest stuff. So that's why I'm telling you, when you find out what the problem is, you can solve the problem. And that's why I say sometimes you got to go on little experiments to figure out why you still stinking after you done took a shower. Because I tell you, when I was younger, I used to take a shower And if I didn't put on deodorant right away, I'd be musty in about 20, 30 minutes. And that's the honest God truth. So you got to really go on like this journey of finding out what is truly your body type. Because like I said, everybody's body chemistry is different. Everybody's body odor is different. Some people body odor is stronger than others. Some people body odor is less. But you have to get to know your type, because I'm giving you these tips, and while they may work, some of them may not work for you, but you won't know until you try it. And so that's why I always say, don't worry about if you have to switch deodorants every month or so. Until you find the right one, you keep switching and you keep trying, because until you find that right one, you're going to probably still continue to get musty. And that's why I say sometimes you got to detox your armpits and let them just breathe. If you ain't going nowhere, like now we on lockdown, ain't too many places you're going. When you get out the shower, instead of putting deodorant on, get you some lemon and rub up under your arm, and take a cotton swab and scrub your arm with some apple cider vinegar. That will give your arm a break from all that aluminum and from that deodorant. Because I'm telling you, if you ain't properly cleaning your arm and not, taking time to really scrub, I'm telling you, my brush is in the shower, but I'm telling you, my back brush that I use to wash my back, I take that same thing and I put a lot of soap under my arm and I scrub my armpit. It may be it's a little uncomfortable, but you know how your armpit have those little crevices in it? Deodorant get caked up in there. And if you ain't getting it out, it sets up in there and get a bad smell. That is the reason why I say when I was trying a whole bunch of natural deodorants, it wasn't working for me. I wasn't lying. It wasn't working for me. The only one that worked really well for me for at least a good 5 to 6 hours was Native. That's the only natural deodorant that I've found on the market that works somewhat. And then after about 4 or 5 hours, Native have a weird smell. So it was like, no, if I trust Native to go out all day long. But if I'm just around the house, just relaxing or lounging around something, I'm not doing a whole bunch of work, then I will use Native. But like I said, don't be afraid to test out different deodorants. You can't knock something you ain't tried before. And then the next tip is, don't be afraid to freshen up throughout the day. And I left my little pouch that I carry with me. I leave it in the car now because my purse is small. But don't be afraid to freshen up. They have those little freshen up deodorant wipes from Walmart. They even got them in Dollar Tree for $1. Don't be afraid to go in the bathroom. If you feel yourself sweating, if you feel yourself getting uncomfortable, ain't nobody going in the stall with you, and ain't nobody paying attention. And if they are paying attention, they too nosy. They too doggone nosy. But sometimes you may have to freshen up throughout the day, and it's going to get really hot now. I always keep my little pouch in my car, extra set of panties, some pads, some panty liners, some deodorant wipes. I keep a little spray bottle. I keep room spray, some little body spray mist. If you, in a little bar of soap, a sample size bar of soap, if you got to go in a stall and freshen up throughout the day, why are you ashamed to do that? Ain't nobody paying attention to what you're doing. You're trying to make sure you smell your absolute best throughout the day when you're out and about. Even if you're at home, you just want to smell your absolute best. So you have to understand at the end of the day, it is nothing wrong with you freshen up throughout the day. See, when I was a kid, I didn't even, as a child, you don't be thinking about all that. Because I know I got my kids like that. And they be like, Mama, we be at school, we be playing. We don't be, I try to, teach my daughter, how the proper ways to, change your panty line. And that could be another reason why you guys haven't bought it. You're not changing your panty liners like you should. And down there, it's already closed in. And then you got a panty line on. That's going to make it even more hotter. So sometimes just when you're around the house, ain't nobody at the house but you and you or whatever. Sometimes just go nude and let her air out down there. Because a lot of times she's caked up. She's caked up real good. And she don't get no air down there. And so when she don't get no air down there, that's set up room for infection. If you're wearing a lot of tight stuff, if you're wearing stuff that you can't breathe in, like nylon and silk panties, they cute every once in a while. But you can't make that no every day. Every day, you going to have some kind of discomfort down there because you need stuff to going to breathe. So if you must wear your nylon and silk, make sure the seat of it is cotton, because I'm telling you, girl down there, she be doing her own thing, y'all. And if you ain't checking up on your girl down there, she'll let you know. She will let you know. And then too, drink you some regular old cranberry juice. That keeps you from, it helps with urinary tract. It keeps you flowing fresh down there. Like I said, the original, not the one that's the they have all the little juice cocktail cranberry cocktail juice. You want the regular, the one that got that little bitter like taste to it. That's good to drink to keep, you want to make sure your pH balance is off. And I'm going to tell you something that messes our pH up really good. Douching will make you funky down there. Do you hear me? And I grew up in an era where my mom was like, douching after your period was a must. And it wasn't until I was grown and up in college that I found out the hard way that douching was bad for you. And so if you are douching, ladies, that is a no-go. That is the quickest way to throw your pH balance off. That's the quickest way to have a smell down there, because really your body is self-cleaning down there. Your lady part down, she's self-cleaning. And when you're putting all that stuff that's up in there that ain't supposed to go up in there, it just, if you must put something down there, get you the douche bottle and take out everything in there and just put you some warm water in there. And that way you can squeeze that up in there and, get all the, dry, unnecessary stuff up in there. I'm trying not to be as graphic, but I'm trying to get y'all to understand douching is not good for you. And I found out the hard way, because here's what my brilliant little 18, 19-year-old mind thought. I think I was just becoming sexual, actually. I think it was my first boyfriend. But you know how your period just show up at the wrong time when you want to go have some fun? So my brilliant idea was, maybe if I douche all day through the week while I'm on my cycle, I'll get off my period early before the weekend time for me to go see my boyfriend. Girl, when I tell you, after about 6 months of doing that, I was so irritated down there. And I couldn't figure it out for the life of me what was going on. I was just very itchy down there. So, you know me, if something happened, I'm going to the doctor. And she asked me what was going on, and that's what it was. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I don't know what was going through my mind. I was douching every day for about 5 days because I didn't want to be on my cycle by the time it was time for me to go home to see my boyfriend. So this is why I'm telling you guys, I think I went through all the embarrassing stuff so that you guys wouldn't go through it, because I'm telling you, and then another thing that caused body odor down there, using them Bath and Body washes and stuff. See, I didn't know that when I was in college and in high school. I'd be taking the little body washes from Bath and Body Works because, I was excited to get it because, in my day, my parents we didn't have a lot of money. So when I did get Bath and Body Works, I was using it. And I was using it all over my body, including my lady part. And I used to wonder, why the hell am I itching? Why do I have a yeast infection? And I couldn't figure it out. But lo and behold, when I went to the doctor, she was like, who told you? I can remember it just like it was yesterday. She pulled her glasses down like that. She said, who told you to use Bath and Body Works down there? Baby, you don't do that. That's why I was having a lot of issues down there. I'm trying to help somebody. I'm trying to help y'all. I'm telling you. I think I laugh at it now because I'm like, all the embarrassing stuff that I went through when I was younger, because I didn't know. I thought I was helping myself to rid the odor because, douching is supposed to clean you out and all that. But all it does is push stuff back up in there. And the stuff that do come out, it's going to come out eventually on its own. But when you trying to help it, you make things worse. So like I said, I'm not real big on using. I've used Summer's Eve and I don't have anything against it. But I noticed over the years, I can't use it regularly. it has to be just when I'm on either that time of the month, because using it every day, it will cause you to irritate down there. And that's the quickest way to get some irritation going on down there. If you're using, those feminine washes, like I said, I don't have a problem with them, but if I notice if I use them every day, oh no, ma'am, it don't sit well down there. So you use, if it works for you every day, then you use it. But for me, I wouldn't recommend it using it every day. And then the next tip is don't put perfume and stuff down there. That's another way to get irritated down there and keep different odors down there, because down there doesn't need perfume. And I know I used to spray my panties, and come to find out that was irritating me. I'm like, the hell? Like, what is really? But when you don't know, you just don't know. And so I would end up having all types of irritations, but I could never figure out what was actually going on. And that's what it was. It's just crazy how a woman's body go through so many changes. And then too, here's another thing to rid body odor. You have to understand, after you have children, oh honey, your body is never gonna be the same. So you have to learn to adapt to the new body, because after you have babies, and especially if you have natural birth, I didn't have natural birth, but if you did, then your downstairs is not gonna be the same. And for me, I had cesarean in that area where I got cut on twice in the same place. Oh Lord, it itched so much like crazy. I be thinking I'm about to itch my skin off, because that place, and my baby is 13 years ago, my last cut, and I still itch down there like I'm about to pull my skin off. But I don't know what it is. It's just when you have a cesarean and where they cut you at, it still itch. I don't know what it is. And it's not that, nothing's down there irritating, because like I said, I don't use a lot of perfume or anything down there. It's just where I got cut on. And so you have to adapt to your body after having kids. If your breasts got larger, if they got smaller, sometimes your boobies sweat. And I know for me, God didn't bless me with a lot at the top, but that's okay. We got Victoria's Secret push-ups, but they sweat. And if you ain't properly cleaning them babies, cleaning them girls, when they sweat, it ain't no sweet scent. It gets musty up under your boobies. So you got to kind of lift them up. You put a little non-talc powder up there. Not no talc powder, but talc-free powder, and put it up there to keep it kind of dry. And the same go for in between your thighs. When it gets hot, your thighs, if your thighs rub together like mine, it can cause chastening down there. And if you don't put just put a little powder on the inside of it, just so it won't rub together. Because when it rubs together, it chastes and cause your legs to kind of like, I don't know how you want to describe it, like burn or sting. But put you a little powder in between your thighs, because if you're wearing like shorts or a skirt, maxi dress or something like that, your thighs are rubbing together, and the longer they rub together, it's going to get irritated. So put a little powder down there. But like I said, you have to you just have to get in tune with your body, and know that at the end of the day, it is nothing shame with learning your body. Because people can I can give you tips all day. People can give you tips. But like I said, our body type is different. And when you starting to learn that things don't work for you, stop using them. Don't do what your girl over here. Don't do what your big sis did. See, back in the day, I ain't know no better. I would keep on using it, hoping and praying it to get better. But it's not going to get better. If the deodorant is not working, it's just not working. It's okay to throw it in the trash. It's okay. If it's not working, go find you something that is working. And so moving right along, I know I'm kind of all over the place, you guys, but I wanted to kind of just give you some examples of what can be causing your odor, and then, following up with my tips. And then here's another one to keep your body odor and smell. That don't be wearing other people's clothes. You know how you have your best friend and y'all want to, exchange clothes? Don't do that. Because like I said, even with me thrifting, y'all should see me over here when I be thrifting. I be very careful of the shirts that I purchase. I rarely, hardly ever buy shirts thrifted because you don't know what's been going on up under the armpits. I mean, well, that's all of it, really. That's why I pray over it. I disinfect it. I sanitize it. I Lysol it down. I spray over it because you don't know what kind of vibes the previous owner had. But wearing other people's clothes, that's why I always look at the thrift clothes that I buy. If they got look like a little deodorant stain or something, but I don't mess around with that. And just like you, if you got friends or you got sisters, and y'all may be wearing each other's clothes, you may want to stop doing that because everybody's body odor is different, and that could be some of the reason why you're having problems with your body odor. You wearing somebody else's clothes. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean or nothing like that, but I'm saying that could be some of the problem because you don't know how well people clean their clothes. You really don't. And so that's why I was saying when you cleaning your shirts and stuff, turn them on the wrong side, inside out, and spray warm water with vinegar mixed in it, or just put the vinegar right on the shirt, up under the arm, in the armpit, and pre-wash, like soak it. Because I'm telling you, that vinegar lifts that stain and odor up out of it really good. And then the next one is change your razors at least after the second use. I know for me, I used to get irritated up on my arms because I was using the same razor for doggone months on time. And, if you set your razor up in the shower, it get a little rusty. And then, too, when you're using it up under your arm, you getting hair, deodorant stuck up. And so it's just getting it. That's why most of the time now I use disposable razors. So I use it one time and I throw it away because I'm telling you guys, when you don't know, you just don't know. I mean, I used to keep my doggone razors for months at a time and be using the same one. The thing be dull as ever. I'd be cutting myself because, when it get dull, it just don't cut right. And then, too, make sure you're using the razors that, 4 or 5 blades because the 2 little blades, they don't really do nothing for me. So I try to get at least 3 blades razors and up. That usually works better when it comes down to shaving your arm because I'm telling you, hair holes must. And if you're struggling with, armpit odor, you may want to check and see if you shaving properly, if you exfoliating, because I'm telling you, depending on how your arm, because everybody's arm ain't smooth. I know for mine's is smooth, but it got some crevices. And so if you're not getting up in the crevices and cleaning the deodorant fully, that may be why you still have body odor because, your armpit, the base is not clean. See, in order for you to smell fresh, you got to have a fresh base, meaning your body needs to be just thoroughly fresh and clean before you start putting all the smell goods on there. Because if your body ain't freshly clean, you can put all the smell goods on you want. It ain't gonna mask the funk. It's gonna make your secret come out. So that's what I'm saying. If your body base is not clean, putting deodorant on top of it is not going to help none at all. So make sure you take the time to scrub up under and I use exfoliating rags too, up under my arms too, because anywhere that it's going to take where deodorant can cape up in there, I try to make sure I take at least a good 5 minutes and just scrub with that brush, my back brush, and scrub with that with soap or body wash and make sure I get that clean because I'm telling you, you can put on fresh deodorant, but if your armpit already still a little musty or sour, it's just gonna make you musty. And then too, if your clothes are not clean, you could be clean, but if your clothes not clean, you still musty because your clothes is a part of you. It's on your body. So when you go to hug people, that's what they're gonna smell. And then too, your hair is a part of your body odor too. And a lot of people like to skip that, but that's a part of your hygiene too. So if you're not washing your hair properly, if you sweat like I do at night, sometimes I wash my hair 2 to 3 times a week because I sweat when I sleep a lot back here. And I don't want that sweat smell to be like when somebody go to hug me and they smell my hair. That's why I tell you guys, I keep hair perfume, but putting hair perfume on stinking hair is not going to work either. So you just really got to figure out how you sweat. Because I know for me, I sweat at night. But, a lot of times what I tell people is since I've gotten older, I like less as possible when I sleep. I don't like all this, pajama sets. I don't like all that. Just if I get a pajama set, it's for me to walk around the house in. It ain't for me to sleep in. Cause I'm telling you, it's cute and dandy to have a pajama set. It's really cute. It's cute. It's cute to have the little sexy gowns, and that's cute too. But I'm telling you, the older you get, you put that stuff on, for your boo, for your husband, every now and again. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm telling you, when I was married, a lot of times I wouldn't be having no sexy gown on. Sexy gown for what? You're gonna come right off. I mean, I'm just, we all grown here, but they always say you get your little cute little lingerie and go to bed. Girl, you ain't wearing that stuff every night. You and if you are wearing it, I know you're struggling because you want to be comfortable. You wear all that stuff. You let your girls breathe. Let your girl down there breathe a little bit. All that, you be cute. I'm not gonna say because I was cute for my ex-husband, whatever. But majority of the time, I was either in a big old t-shirt or nothing at all. And that's you gotta let your girl breathe. You gotta let your girl down there breathe. She tied up all day. Well, she ain't tied up, but she locked up all day long. At least let her breathe sometime. I mean, that'll cut down on the smell too, because the more it's caked up and it's in a closed moisture area, moisture causes yeast infection, and moisture also causes odor. So when you're at home and you're just relaxing, put your little gown on, but just go nude up under there and let her breathe. And that's not trying to be funny or nothing like that. It's just the truth. When you get my age, honey, all that little stuff you used to do when you like 19 and your early 20s, you want to be cute and sexy and put on Victoria's Secret and all that, girl, bye. You can put it on, but it is what it is. To each his own. But what I'm saying to you is you gotta let your body breathe and air out some. I know I sound funny, but it's the truth. It's just the honest God truth, y'all. So make sure you are getting proper air and stuff to your body. And then the next one is, like I said, I think I jumped ahead of myself. Detox your armpit at least once a month. Let your armpits breathe. Like, take a good shower, exfoliate your underarm, and when you go to bed, don't put no deodorant on. Just rub your arm with some apple cider vinegar and clean it with a cotton thing, and then rub some lemon and let that just, the lemon got, antioxidants in it, and apple cider vinegar is real good for masking, odor. So once a month or so, take you a good shower, wash up really good, exfoliate your body, and don't put no deodorant on. Just let your armpit kind of detox for a couple of days when you go to bed at night. And then see if that won't help with the body odor. Like I said, it all goes back to what you're eating. So much stuff that can cause body odor is sickening, but it goes back to if you eating a bunch of fried food, if you eating a bunch of spicy stuff, it'll make your body smell. And it's sad that they always say you are what you eat. It's the truth. You are what you eat. If you're putting all this fatty and fried and spicy foods in your body, when you have a bowel movement, when you go urine, it's going to smell. It ain't going to smell good. And you know how it smells because your head is the closest to your downstairs. When you sitting on the stool, if you get a whiff of something, you automatically know it's you. Because ain't nobody else around, boo, but you. So make sure at the end of the day, keep notice of yourself. Get you a journal. This one is my latest one that I bought. Get you a journal. You ain't even got to get one like this. Get you a little $1 notebook like this. I told you I have them everywhere like this. And keep track of what you do throughout the day, what you're eating, how much water you're drinking, because that'll help you figure out where you missing the boat at. Keep a journal of what you're drinking every day. If you're drinking a bunch of wine, especially red wine, y'all know I like wine. I don't drink a lot of red wine. I'm not kind of a red wine girl, but I have my wine every now and again. But if you're drinking that regularly on a daily basis, that can throw your pH balance off. It'll set up smell. You'll have smells down there. I mean, it's so many things that you can do that really it's harmless to you. You wouldn't think nothing of it, but our bodies go through so much And if you don't keep notice of your own body, and two, here's another tip on how you can know when something's off. When you take a shower tonight, just don't put on no deodorant, no powder, nothing, and see what your natural body odor is. And then you will know when something's off, because you know what you naturally smell like, and you know when it's something else. So when you take your bath tonight, don't put no deodorant or powder or perfume or nothing on. Walk around, after you put your clothes on for about an hour or two, and see and smell yourself and see what your natural body chemistry is, what your natural scent is. Because we all got a natural scent. All of us got a natural scent. It's just we kind of forget about it because we've gotten so used to perfumes and all that stuff. But get in your shower and take you a shower tonight, and don't put no deodorant, powder, perfume, or nothing on, and just wait for about an hour or two and see what your natural body chemistry smells like. And then another tip is make sure you're using non-scented soaps down there, because that could make you smell. If you use it, I'm telling you, when I was young, I thought when you use the smell goods down there, that's supposed to make you smell like this. Bath and Body Works got the little, strawberry champagne. That was my favorite from Victoria's Secret. Girl, your girl was down there putting that down there. I'm like, oh, I smell good. But then about an hour or two later, I was wondering why I was having a weird smell down there. It still ain't done on me. I would just go take another shower and use the same body wash again, but couldn't figure out why I used to keep UTIs. Why I couldn't figure out why I kept yeast infection. But it was because I was putting all this scented stuff down there, and that scented stuff is not made for downstairs. But your girl over here, the 19-year-old girl, was like, girl, I gotta smell good tonight, girl. I'm finna do this, and I gotta smell good. Listen, don't put no scented stuff down there, ladies. I know you want to smell good, but you can smell good without putting natural, scented stuff down there, because I'm telling you, you do more harm to yourself down there than you doing good. And like I said, if you go get your regular checkups, which I advise all of you to do, get your regular PEP exams, your mammograms, check your girls out, do your breast self exam and stuff. But if you're having strong odor, like fishy smells down there, something like, I would highly recommend you go see a gynecologist. Because like I said, I'm not a gynecologist. I'm just telling you some tips that have worked for me over the years. And it took me a long time to figure it out. I'm in my 40s now, y'all. And the stuff I know today, I wish I knew it when I was younger. But that's why I went through I keep telling y'all, that's why I went through all the embarrassing stuff. So I can help y'all figure out what the problem is. So listen, if y'all don't have no questions or nothing, because y'all be really quiet, I keep telling y'all, I'm not going to bite. I'm just here. I'm your big sis from across the way that's trying to help you live your best life. So if y'all don't have any questions, your girl is about to go take her shower, and I'm going to relax. I had to work today. I'm going to relax for the rest of the night, listen to my little R&B, my 90s music, my 70s music, that old school music. I don't really know about this new school music, but yeah, so I hope something I said, I know I'd be hilarious, you guys. Y'all just, I like to make you laugh too in the process. Don't take yourself so serious. Life's too short. We all here. We learning together. We're going to grow together, and we're going to help each other live our best life. That's what this community is all about. This is not a community where I bash anybody, where I degrade anybody. I don't do none of that. All I want this community to be about is to uplift and help you with life's lessons, things that I've learned throughout my life that I can share and help with you guys. If you know some tips or whatever, share them with your sister friend in the comments, because like I said, we all are still on this same journey of discovering ourselves to be the best version of ourselves. And anytime I can come on here and share some tips or help you guys out, that to me brings me so much joy, because I know what I went through in my life up until this point is not in vain. Because if I can take those valuable lessons that I've learned back in the day to help you avoid some of the pitfalls that I had to go through, then I know I'm doing what God told me to do. My gift is encouraging and motivating people. I love to speak Yes, I love, helping other people. And when I'm doing that, that's when I have the most joy, because I know that my mistakes, my pitfalls, my mishaps, I can share with you what I did to overcome, or what I did to help me. And in return, when I do that, I know God is smiling at me, because I'm not really keeping things to myself that can potentially help the next woman out there. If that can help you be the best woman that you can be, to increase your self-esteem, because I'm telling you, when you get that body odor down, when you smell good, you just automatically boost your confidence to about 5 or 10 points. Because when you don't smell your best, or you self-conscious about it, I'm telling you from experience, it makes you feel really bad, and you be shameful. You don't want to be out in public because you're self-conscious. Your self-esteem goes very down when you don't know or aren't confident that you smell your absolute best. So listen, share this video with somebody, share this with your sister friend. If you know somebody that's struggling, we're all here to learn together. We're all on this journey of being the better version of ourselves. And smelling good is just one aspect of being your best self. So, y'all, I hope you guys have a blessed night. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to me every week. Remember to give this video a thumbs up, like, share, comment. It lets me know, and it lets YouTube know that you guys like this type of content. So God bless, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Oh,